welcome back. It is Sunday sit-down time. With us now is Mizzou volleyball coach Josh Taylor ahead of volleyball season, and it's crazy to say that because it's January.
Yeah, it's a little odd. Normally, we're not used to obviously playing in the spring, but just grateful we get to get some matches in.
What's that like, getting ready for a spring, I guess it's still winter, volleyball season?
Right. Yeah, it's a little bizarre. Normally during this time in the spring, we're really breaking down a lot of technical skills and probably only training twice, maybe 3 times a week. And it's much, much different. We went through double days for about a week and a half in January. And when the girls hit school, we've been training probably, 5 days a week and giving them 1 or 2 days off. But it's a little bit bizarre. We've got to focus on a lot of team system stuff rather than individual development. So trying to find 7 players who can go out there and do well. And tomorrow, we as a staff will be breaking down what we will be presenting to the team on Tuesday in preparation for LSU.
So you guys get 2 matchups this weekend with LSU. You guys are ranked 17th in the country. What do you think of what you guys have coming into the spring season here?
We don't have a large roster, with an opt-out injury, and so we're a little slim. And we have 2 freshmen, Kaylee Cox as well as Lauren Forbes, who decided to enroll early, which is fantastic, but they're not eligible to compete. So we don't have a ton of kids ready to go, but the pieces we do have, I'm really excited about. And we're finding a nice way to work together as a team. And, like I mentioned, team system, we're putting a lot of focus on that and working on areas of our game where we're a little deficient. And we got a pretty good opponent coming to Hearns this weekend, so we're excited about it.
Who are the opt-outs that aren't going to be playing this season?
Lekator decided to opt out this year, and obviously we lost Tiana for the season to her knee injury. And so two big losses for us, but we're moving on and taking things one day at a time here.
Do you anticipate getting Lekator back next year, or what are those conversations like?
I'm not sure. I'm assuming she might be done with volleyball, but we will see. As of now, just kind of focused on who we've got on the roster and who wants to be here grinding and getting after it and preparing for 16 matches that we're going to, now 14 with Auburn out, but 14 matches that we've got this spring.
With Tiana, is a medical redshirt something that's on the table? I know she's a senior, so do you know what her situation is?
It's a little bit interesting because we most likely won't have to use that due to COVID not counting towards the eligibility this year. So this year won't count. She'll have another year to play, and we're looking forward to bringing her back.
Well, that's great news. And you guys were 6-2 in your conference only 8-match schedule last fall. What did you learn about your team in that time?
I learned that, there's a lot of things we had to get better at. And I learned that we were really good at managing a situation that's never been managed before. I wish there were a handbook on how to deal with COVID, but there's not. And our girls did a really nice job. We obviously had some people test positive. We had some contact tracing, and it messes up a lot of things. It postpones matches. Against Ole Miss, we only had 9 available kids that could play, and we had to move some people around. So just their flexibility in situations that, to be honest, you kind of suck, and they thrived in those situations. So I was really proud of them.
Well, just recently, you guys added a veteran to your coaching staff, Alyssa Mudlin, one of my favorite players to cover during her tenure in Columbia. Now she's coming back. What has she brought to your guys' program?
It's hard to put into words what she's bringing. She's become part of my family. She's probably when you think about coaching, you shouldn't pick favorites. However, she's been my favorite kid that I've ever coached. And now that she's on staff, she brings such a wealth of knowledge along with her, and she sees the game so well. And she's a fantastic communicator. She's able to paraphrase if there's any confusion, and she voices her thoughts really well. She's really articulate and really bright, and to be honest, you're just a fantastic person to have in the gym. So I'm extremely grateful she decided to stay in Columbia, and I couldn't be a happier head coach.
What does the postseason look like for college volleyball this year?
Right, it's a little bit interesting. Normally we're used to a 64-team NCAA tournament, and they have decreased the field to 48 teams, so taking away those 16 at-large bids is a pretty big hit to a lot of teams. And there'll be an automatic qualifier, 32 automatic qualifiers based on those teams who win their conferences. So if we don't win the SEC, we've got to be taking in a large bid to getting into that tournament, and it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that selection show, and like I mentioned, I think if we keep our minds right and we're focused on what success means here at Mizzou, I think we'll find a way into the NCAA tournament this spring, even though it's going to be a weird one.
Well, I wish you guys all the best. Starting this weekend, Friday and Saturday, home matches at the Hearn Center. The fans out there, they can come, correct? They can.
Correct, yeah. We even opened up seat level, so we'll have more seats available.
Absolutely. Well, Hearn Center will be the place to be this weekend. Josh Taylor, the Mizzou volleyball coach, thank you so much for taking some of your time on this Sunday.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, we'll be right back after this.